What's TRVL doing? Let's have a look. So we've had the big announcement. We've had the big news announcement. Yeah. Into resistance. We haven't broken resistance. We're still consolidating underneath resistance. I talked about this a couple of days ago. I explained why. On the Bybit chart, I explained that we're coming to a higher time frame 3-1 GAN fan corresponding on the Bybit chart, corresponding with the value area high. Here we had one touch on it, and it's also corresponding with this 382 fib retracement. And you can see yesterday we hit the 382 again at 4 cents and had a little rejection. You see that? We're getting a little bit of rejection here. It was a local swing failure of the previous highs. It's a local swing failure of all of these highs, and failure to take out this high. So we're still in bullish market structure. That hasn't changed, but with the news, we haven't been able to break through. Yeah, we haven't been able to break through. I think that's largely to do with Bitcoin. So you know, Bitcoin is slowly edging up. Bitcoin's at a critical point. I explained that yesterday. Bitcoin could, if we lose the point of control on Bitcoin could crash. I don't think so, because I see that there's a lot of volume coming in on the ETFs all week. There's been massive buying of Bitcoin, and it's been really bullish. So I don't think it's going to happen, but you know, anything can happen in crypto. That's why. And so, you know, with, you know, like, it's really weird because people want to buy and they want the price to go up. They don't want to buy knowing or thinking that the price is going to, then next week the price is going to be down 25%, 24%. And these kind of illiquid small market cap altcoins, the price can easily drop 25%, and people psychologically they can't deal with the volatility and the swings in price. They can't. Yeah. And so naturally what they're looking for is to buy in a price to keep on going up, and that's really it doesn't happen often. you can't think like that. That being said, look, this is the range, this is the local range, and you see we're still kind of trying to flip this value area high in this local range into support. So we're in support, we're on top of support, we're also underneath resistance. And so at the moment it's still looking quite bullish, and it still looks like we're consolidating underneath resistance. It still looks like that. It's also the best place to sell if the price wants to drop. Yeah, if the price wants to drop and go back down to 2.5 cents, this is the best place to sell. And that's what puts people in a dilemma. Do they trade it on the short term and try and maximize and try and make some gains, or do they wait for the long term and just ignore it? Okay, so is it a good place to accumulate, or do you just wait for lower, or do you wait for a breakout and then start buying? There's lots of questions, aren't there? And then if you do try to buy a breakout, is there enough liquidity to buy? That's the other question. So I think if anyone is looking to buy, it's better to buy now. Yeah, because we're consolidating, and so as the longer this takes, people will start selling, and actually you can start buying their tokens. Yeah, if we do get a breakout now like that, and we get a nice clean close, then, you know, we could actually start impulsing up to the golden pocket here, the local kind of all the way up to wherever, basically. And then you actually end up buying much higher if you're trying to buy into this token. I think with these like small tokens, it's hard to trade because they're quite illiquid. It's better, and so you have to have a long view, a higher time frame view of what you want with a token like this. Are you looking to hodl it for a long period of time? Like, I mean, if you were, I think a lot of people should think about higher time frame hodling, honestly, because this is the beginning. I keep on telling people this is the beginning. Yeah, just go and have a look at their website have a look at all the information, the ecosystem, learn about what's the roadmap, go and have a look at the roadmap, go and have a look at the light papers, the tokenomics, go and have a look at the innovation, which is the night protocol, and there's a lot of information here which is going to give people understanding of where this is going. You combine that with the news, the different kinds of news that have been announced recently. So it's quite interesting actually, because I'm actually not behind on some aspects of the news. I think the best place to look for the announcements and what's been happening is the Telegram channel. Let me just pull that up. Go into Telegram, and you see the announcements are here. And look at this. This is quite interesting. So this was the press coverage for the Fetch announcement that happened just two days ago. This is all from yesterday, so I'll pull these up and go back onto main. Pull it up. So look, this is FocusWire. Dtravel integrates Cointelegraph. Decentralized vacation rental platform. Dtravel joins Fetch AI network. 2000. This is quite. This is these are well read blogs. So we got really good amount of press yesterday. Blockchain Reporter. See, Dtravel partners with Fetch. And what's this one? Crypto economy. Dtravel launches AI travel agent, joins Fetch. And then there was Binance as well. I can't actually see this because I'm in the UK and it's blocked. But yeah, it's on Binance as well. It's on this as well. So there's quite a lot of press that came with this Telegram. So it's all in Telegram with this Fetch partnership. You go through the announcements, you'll see there's so much going on the weekly basis, and most of it is to do with building this application and just kind of adding liquidity pools and lots of things, staking. So look, the dev team is focused on building staking vaults. That's tied into the tokenomics. So look, currently Dtravel charges operators a 3% transaction fee on completed bookings made through their direct booking sites. Soon, operators can reduce this fee by staking TRVL and receiving enhanced rewards. Additionally, anyone will be able to stake TRVL to earn rewards. Okay, so here, let's have a look at that. Yeah, so this is the model. I think it's stake to earn, isn't it? Stake is stake to earn. I talked about this, and I think what's important is that you realize that we're still at the beginning in terms of our network size, and people might not be convinced. Like, why would people leave Airbnb? A lot of people don't understand the why behind leaving Airbnb. Well, I'm an Airbnb superhost and I use Dtravel for my direct bookings, and so I have my own direct booking site, and also when I have guests who come, they come from booking.com or from Airbnb. Oftentimes they want to return and they don't want to use those platforms. They want to book directly. The reason why is because it's cheaper. And so naturally I can just give them my direct booking site link, and they can have a look at my properties and they can book my properties. It's off Airbnb, but it has the same assurances, or if not better than Airbnb, and they're dealing directly. A lot of people prefer that. And so that's a really good, compelling reason. It's cheaper for the traveler, and it's no skin off my nose if people book directly. And already last week I had 2 direct bookings. And so this is not needed. This is needed in the industry. It's just that right now we don't have the exposure, and that's gradually growing. The exposure is growing. Okay, so at the moment it's a organic growth, and it will get to a point where there's going to be some kind of critical mass, and it will start to become a little bit more exponential, and then people are just going to catch on to it, and it's going to explode. And if you tie that into what's being suggested and what's being proposed of this staking, what will happen is that at the moment I'm charged 3%. Yeah, on Airbnb I'm charged 15% plus tax. On booking.com I'm charged 20%, and here Dtravel are charging me 3%. And what's going to happen is that I'm going to be able to stake TRVL to reduce this fee. I think the fee is going to reduce to 0, actually, I think. Yeah, so just by owning and staking TRVL, I can use this platform for free. It's Web3, isn't it? It's the new way the world works. It's going to be working. It's going to be decentralized. It's not going to be centralized, where you're relying on a centralized entity like Airbnb, Booking.com, or Vrbo. It's going to be decentralized, and the access, the membership, will be staking TRVL. That'll be the membership fee. And so right now we have close to 4,000 listings, and Airbnb has like 5.5 million. Yeah, and so in the short term, we're talking about people using this as an addition to their business, because now they can offer repeat guests direct bookings, direct stays. But in the future, as this network grows, what you're going to, and as we become more well known and more popular and more famous, you're going to get people search on Airbnb, and then they're going to search on Dtravel for the exact same properties, because they will book directly. That's what's going to happen in the future. So that's basically a straightforward explanation as to why I think we're early, and also why TRVL will go up in value. Yeah, but obviously the value is going to come with the growth of the network. And if you see on the Telegram, you see there's activities, network activity, there's new bookings, and there's new sites. These are actually new bookings, but there are new sites that appear as well. I haven't seen one recently, actually. People need to go and share, but you get new users. You see new users, and yeah, actually there's a lot of new bookings. I can't really see new sites at the moment. Let me find one. New booking site, Nexi Stays in London. I think I looked at that, didn't I? So anyway, so that's kind of where we are. Why is the fetch announcement so important? Well, as I said yesterday, the AI that we're seeing on our site, the AI that we're seeing, this is the new site here. Look, what is it? New booking site. Oh, this is Houston. Look, Houston. Oh, that was yesterday or today. That was today. Look, new booking site, Cozy Compound. Let's have a look at Cozy Compound. Actually, I didn't see that. That was today. And it's actually quite good, because look, you don't need the domain name. You're on the dtravel.com domain name, so it's kind of like Shopify. It's free Shopify. So this person has has listed their site on Dtravel, that they're not on Airbnb, that there's no Airbnb profile, and this is in Houston. He's actually done it in half Spanish, half English, I think. Don't know why it's half Spanish, half English. So now I can, if I wanted to, I could book this directly. If I want to go to Houston for a few days. Don't know why it's in Spanish. It might be because I've been searching in El Salvador. Oh, Portuguese. It's in Portuguese. It's not Spanish. Is it in Portuguese? So they got two options: credit card, Google Pay. They don't have crypto. It's cheaper. 3 nights, $247. That's a brand new site. So you know, and what's interesting is that yesterday we were talking about the AI, and a few days ago I was talking about the AI. This is an iteration of the beginning of the future. This is not the end. Yeah. So I don't want people to look at this, because I'm not really crazy impressed about this either, you know, like show me apartments. What was that? In Dubai. Let's have a look. Let's just click on that. Doesn't work. What does that say? Past trips. So that's interesting. I haven't seen that one. Obviously they're working on this, and so ideally what you want with AI, I've seen some really amazing AI where it just figures it out, it just works it out. So I think this partnership with Fetch is important, because that's how we're going to improve this and make this world class. And honestly, I have no idea how it works and what's required, but this is definitely the beginning. AI search, find a search. What you want is, you want the AI to be better than the human. That's what you want, and quicker and more efficient. That's what we want. That's the aim. And actually the aim is that the AI, people will be sent to the AI search initially, not find a stay. So that's the aim. So maybe even like you can just talk to it. So I would like to just press a button and just say, hey, find me a place, da, 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 and for it to figure out what I want to say, and it finds me the place. And obviously, like I keep on saying, it would be good if it can find me car, flights, everything. Do it all in one go. Oh, what's this? Suspicious activity detected. Your account has been temporarily locked. I'd like to see why, huh? What the hell is that? I'll take a screenshot of that. Don't know if that's a bug. Show me properties in where do we want to go? Portugal for 2 people in January 2025. So let's see. I've spelt Portugal wrong, so let's see. Have I? No, I haven't spelled it right. I spelled January wrong. No, I haven't. Anyway, let's hope this works. I'm going to be testing this every day. I think it's a bit slower. I must admit, I don't use ChatGPT, so I don't know how good this is. I can't tell. It's quite slow. Found 9 properties, all right. Of course I want to learn more about them. Yes, dude. Yes, dude. Oh, that's not good. Let's try yes, please. I feel like I'm going to be the one sending feedback to Dtravel to get them to fix these problems. I'm going to do it right now, actually. Dtravel. Let me go to my WhatsApp. Send them some things. I wonder if it's because I've been doing lots of things, and it just, I don't know. Well, I like to send feedback, and let's have a look at the charts and go back to the charts. So I'm going to use the combined chart. Let me just check the combined volume level as well. See if there's any changes. No changes to that. All right. I think we have to flip the value area higher into support. I think 4.4 is a really important level in the context of this, the volume. And that what I'm going to do is I'm going to break down these ranges a little bit. There's one. Okay. This is the next one. These are historic ranges. It's quite interesting, actually. There's something interesting right there. So this is the combined chart. If anyone's subscribed to TradingView, you can actually just copy this, copy these parameters. Courtesy of Altcoin Dreaming. I didn't know about this. I'll paste it into live chat. He shared this with me, so you can combine all of the chart data, and then you can just use one chart. Okay. And then we've got this volume. So can you see what I've done? What I've done is I've separated the chart into different sections based on the overall volume, right? And so we have the price action that's in this top bit there, and this top bit here. Then we have the price action that's from in this bottom bit here, and this bottom bit here, right? And we've got a current price action, which is in this kind of current place here. And then we've got the initial price action here, which I haven't actually done a volume pull. I'm going to do it right now, all the way to here. Right, you see that? And so just kind of show you how the price moves. The price is always going from range to range. The price is usually going from one range to another range. Yeah. So when you leave one range, lo and behold, you enter a new range. That's usually what happens with the price. The only time that changes can change is in price discovery, and we're very far away from that. And even then, in price discovery, what the price is trying to do is trying to create a new range. It's always trying to range, and it's all to do with where people take profit and then buy back in, right? So as you can see, we've on the 9th of June, we lost this upper range. Yeah, you can see that we just lost it, and we're now in this lower range now. And actually, that is when the price entered into this value area. This value area is dynamic. It's sort of ever changing depending on the volume that comes in at any point in time. But currently, you can see that actually the current value area is relevant to where the price actually came in. It's all hindsight, isn't it? And what we can see in the current range that we're in is that the price has left, or is trying to leave, the current range value area. This is the value area here. See that? That's the value area. Point of control is here, right? So the price is trying to leave that, and what it's trying to do is trying to find a new range. So at the moment, it hasn't kind of entered this upper range, and what you'll see is that this point of control in this previous range is going to be very important. It's about 4.95 cents. Yeah. So even though on the higher time frame I have a fib level at 5.5, okay, the reality is that as soon as we hit 4.9, we're gonna, I mean, just getting, so how would I explain it? So look, getting back into this previous range is really bullish. If we can get back into that previous, we can find acceptance into that previous range, it's really bullish. Yeah, but these levels will react. The price will react to all of these previous levels. So you've got the value area low, you've got the point of control, and you've got the value area high all the way up at 6.95. All of these levels matter. And so even if the price goes up, it's not going to go up in a straight line. It could, you'd require a crazy amount of volume to do that. But effectively, if we're going to go up the way we're going to go up, we're going to go up level to level, and these are the levels of interest. So the first level of interest would be to flip 4.46 back into support. That's what needs to happen. And then we're looking again at reaccumulation. Then we have to get past the point of control, flip it into support. Then we have to get back past the fib, the 236. Then we have to get, look, lo and behold, look where we are. We're up against a previous range value area high. Okay, and every single, and as we go up, we'll be creating a new value area in this current range, however we go up, and then that also has to be flipped into support. Ultimately, what needs to happen is we need to flip these higher time frame fib levels back into support. I think there's a big level at about 9 cents, and the reason why is because 9 cents was a higher time frame, was the launch price, wasn't it, of this token. So I don't think I've got it marked out here. I'm going to mark it out. And I talked about 9 cents a lot going back a long time. This is literally what needs to happen, the work that needs to be done. Now, I don't know if people are trading or not. I don't think it's a bad idea to trade if you want to. And so naturally, all of these levels matter. You see that 9 cents? Look how important 9 cents was here. As the, and actually, if you see in the previous range here, let me just get rid of these brush strokes again. You can actually see that we tried to get above the value area here. We tried to flip it into support here. You see that? So we came into this upper range. We tried to break out. Came back down. The point of control was front run. A really nice V shape, put in a higher high. And this is probably the golden pocket of sorts. And that's when we tried to flip. We tried to flip it, and look what happened. It got rejected. It got stuck at 9 cents. 9 cents held the price. It went from the value area high of this upper range, and it got trapped. It got blocked at 9 cents, and then it got rejected. And it just, the minute it found acceptance into this lower range, it tried to get from the value area high to the value area low. It got to the value area low. That's where we saw a bounce, lost it, rejected off the point of control, and then it just came back into this lower range. So it's very logical the way the price moves. The price is not erratic. It's quite logical. And in the same way that we're going down, we have to go up. Yeah, it's not, the only way that changes is if we suddenly start to get crazy volume, which pushes the price up through key levels without back tests. Then you'd need volume to do that. So when I'm looking at the volume now, I'm not seeing that. I'm not seeing what I want to see. I'm not seeing what I need to see, which is going to give me the confidence. Like, you need to break levels with volume, otherwise the levels need to be tested. You need to get reaccumulation zones. You need to get consolidation. So you see right now I mean, it is possible that we go down and we just test this value area high again. It's possible. It's very possible. And that wouldn't be incorrect. Because as far as market structure is concerned, this is the low, this is the high. Yeah, we haven't put in a higher high. And so if we do put in a higher high, then the low changes. That becomes the low there. Okay. We haven't done that yet. So at the moment, this is our range. Yeah, that's why I want to explain. We're always in the range, and we haven't actually had a clean test, back test of this value area high. Let me have a look at that. Yeah, so that's also the point of control of this kind of local range. At the moment, we're finding support, which I've already explained. We're finding support on this local price action range. You see that? And this is nice. It's nice to find support here. If the price can consolidate here, then that's just a reaccumulation zone. And if Bitcoin goes up, then we're probably looking to go up. Otherwise, if we lose support, we're just going back down to get more liquidity, and we're looking to test these levels. So these are really important. So if people are looking to accumulate, you can accumulate now. But if we find that the price does go down, then you're looking for kind of the area between 3.3, 3.4, 3.3 really. We're looking for the price to find support here. And then obviously it's all about supply and demand, isn't it? If you do find support, then we have to see how much, if the price can bounce up, if it can reclaim the level, then actually that would look quite bullish, wouldn't it? If that happened, if we experienced that, it wouldn't look bad, would it? In the context of what I'm saying, if we were to lose this area, found support, went right back up, you reclaim that level, now you're forming some kind of structure which is actually looking to potentially maybe break out, and so these are the things that can form, and it's usually around where the price finds support and resistance based on ranges and volume. Okay, but in order to go up, we do need to flip these key levels back into support. So the next big level is 4.4. Yeah, you can see it, 4.4. And then beyond 4.4, you've got this previous range, and these levels will react. 5 cents will react, 5.5 will react, and then higher up at the value area high, 6.9 will react, and then pushing up to a 9 cents will react, and then the 382 will react. These are all going to react. Okay, and so I think it's largely to do with Bitcoin. So if Bitcoin starts to get really bullish, then what you're going to start seeing is us flip these levels into support in exactly the same way that I was describing the price action here. And then I was talking about the range here, and I was saying, okay, we're in a new range there. Okay, and it just kept on happening until eventually it got crazy, didn't it? It just got mad right at the top. Okay, so naturally it could get crazy at the top. We have to see how that plays out. Yeah, we have to see. Altcoin Dreaming send me a link. I hope it's something to do with TRVL. Yeah, it is. So this is interesting. Altcoin Dreaming has got an idea, so I'm gonna share it. So he's looking at going up and back testing this area that we go through, like a resistance zone flip. That would correspond with the value area high that I'm talking about at about 4 cents. And then if we go down, he's actually thinking about this low volume node, not a high volume node, which is probably just filling a gap, I suppose. And it's a medium time frame support, moving averages. So that's his perspective. And then he's obviously got, so I mean, we're basically saying the same thing. We have to flip 4 cents into support to go up. So you can see that chart. And you know what, at the end of the day, even though like people have their own biases about what this looks like and what this could be, etc., and we all have our opinions, the reality is everything is level to level. Yeah, that's really more important than anything. So even though it looks like a triple bottom, even though I think it looks like it could be rounding, even though it looks like it could be some kind of head and shoulders with a descending neckline, none of that really matters. All that really matters is that the price flips levels from resistance to support, and the minute you start losing levels, then they become resistance. That's really what the way. And so if you're looking to trade this, that's how you trade it. You're looking to trade this, you obviously wouldn't sell here. well, you could take profit, but you wouldn't like start aggressively selling. You'd have to lose levels to sell. Yeah, right now you can see that we're actually holding the value area, aren't we? Yeah. Now, altcoin was saying that there's a moving average low volume level down here somewhere. Let's have a look. What was it again? Somewhere between 2.6, 2.7 and 3 cents. So right, basically underneath this value area, you're looking for to fake out. If you lose that, you're looking to fake out. I don't mind that, as long as, I mean, look, this is the thing. If you take out this pivot in the current context of the price action, that will be a lower low, right? So at the moment, there's quite a large, it's quite a wide range, isn't it? Because this is our higher low here, and this is our higher high. Okay, we haven't put in a higher high yet, so at the moment that's our higher high. Okay, and if we do fall back down, as long as you don't take out that low, you're still forming nothing. It's just range bound behavior. Yeah, and the price range is from there to there. That's the price range. Yeah, so you've got volume ranges and you've got price ranges. So right now we're at the top of the price range, which is bullish. But if the price decides to go back to the bottom of the range, then you're looking to put in a higher low here. You're not looking to take out the low, and that it can start to get bearish if you do take out the low, and that you just got to be aware of that. Yeah, if for some reason we lose these levels of support, we do take out this low to put in a lower low here, then you have to get back through resistance levels to get all the way back up to the top. The only way to recover would be a V-shaped recovery. You'd have to go from a lower low straight to a higher high in one go. That's the only way to recover. If you I mean, it doesn't have to be in a straight line. Oops, it doesn't have to be in a straight line, you know, but ideally you want a V-shaped recovery, and you have to take out the high if you drop down to the low and take out the low. Otherwise there's a risk of changing market structure back to bearish. So if we were to go down and put a lower low and go up and find resistance here somewhere and put in another low, then guess what's happened? You've gone from bullish market structure right back to bearish market structure. That's quite bearish. You don't really want to see that to happen, right? And so actually I think if we do go down, it's always possible, and that's what I just wanted people to wear. I'm bullish, so you know, I'm still buying. I'm not really fussed about these lower prices because I've got higher time frame. My target, I've told people my target is somewhere between 28 and 30 cents. But you know, I just want people to if we do start losing levels, then actually you're looking for trying to not lose this value area here. Yeah, if we fill the gaps all the way down to that red candle, put in another higher low here, that's fine. And then ideally what we eventually want to do is we want to flip 4 cents. Where is it? 4 cents? Did I have 4 cents? 4.4 cents into support. That's really important, flipping that area, that level into support. And if you want to see continued bullish price action, then reclaiming lost levels or previous levels into support is bullish. It's a sign of strength. So signs of strength are reclaiming higher levels, lost levels. So in the current context, when you go back in history, you look at the current, you look at the price action here, you just go back, you have a look, just have a look at this price action all the way to maybe to there. Yeah, look where we are. You see how the points of control, they correspond with each other, and you see with this the value area high here, it actually corresponds with where we're finding resistance. So naturally, as we're going up, it's quite easy to see areas of support and resistance based on volume if you just look at the price action of the volume and the price action descending here. Yeah, so that's why it's good practice. Just look at that volume and see the different levels where the price was finding support and resistance. So as we go up, the same areas of support and resistance, the same volume areas will also correspond to how we get up. And usually what you'll see is that the same amount of time as well. That's usually what happens too. So looking at the previous price action, I'm looking at it now. You're usually spending the similar amounts of time in this area. So how long were we in this area? We were in this area for 53 days, 52 days. Okay. Did that correspond with here? Well, look, how long were we in this area here for? There is a similarity, isn't there? There is a little bit of a similarity in this top range all the way to this bottom range. I don't really know when we actually came into this range. Maybe somewhere here, maybe somewhere there, all the way up to there. It's about full at 48 days, 49, 50 days. See that? So we were in this range for 50 days. And look, lo and behold, look, we were in this range for about 53 days before we lost the range. You see that? So we're kind of similar, isn't it? What I noticed about falling down into this bottom range is we were in this lower range for a much shorter period of time than down here. Yeah, so this was quite a long period of consolidation or accumulation, and actually it doesn't really correspond time wise with kind of like this. So we're in, I find that kind of rejection from this lower range to be quite bullish, because it didn't take similarly a long time. It almost took half the time, doesn't it? It looks like half the time. We're in this lower part half the time, and I'd be interested to see how long we are now in this current range. So I am kind of focused on the timings as well. So here you can see we're in this middle part of this range from when we came in there to here, about 52 days. And what I can tell you is that so far we have been in this range for 22 days. Yeah, so that kind of gives you an idea of where we're at. We were here in for 52 days or thereabouts, and now we're only 22 days. So I wouldn't be surprised if we were here for a little bit longer, just to match the time spent in this range. But again, with the same thing applies to this lower range, to this range here. If we now like just go up next week or something, I think that would be really bullish. Like you would be like, oh shit, we were here before 50 days or so, 53 days. It only took us 23, 24, 25, 30 days before we left this range and go to the top. So there'll be a pattern will start forming, and I think that'll be more bullish. If we start experiencing that, that'll be more bullish. Otherwise, I'll be expecting for us to just consolidate similarly the same amount of time in this range. Yeah, like I wouldn't think that's odd. If it goes longer, then it will start to get a little bit odd. Yeah, so that's the same thing. Like we don't want to be here, stuck here for 100 days. Does that make sense? If we suddenly get stuck here for 100 days, whatever, we're probably looking to go down again. Probably looking to go right back down again, and then to come up again. Yeah, so you just have to bear that in mind. So time matters as well, and it's just some food for thought as to where we are now. We've been here about 22 days, and what we actually need to do right now for anyone who's feeling bullish is we need to buy out all the way up to 4.4, and that's the challenge. Like you know, like if anyone is bullish, if anyone has a large sum of capital and they're whales, yeah, start buying. Start buying. Let's push it up. Let's push the price up, right? Let's go up. Let's go up to the next range. Yeah. And what we really want to do is we want to go up as quickly as possible. I don't think we need to mess about in these lower parts anymore. And eventually what will happen is we'll get out of this godforsaken lower range, okay, which is at the actual value area. We need to get out of here. And never come back again. And that's really what we want to see. We want to see the price never come back down to these lower prices ever again. Because you just don't want to. We want to see higher prices, and in the higher time frame context of the price action, this is the pivot that we need to take out. This one here at about 14, somewhere between 14, depending on the exchange, somewhere between 14 and 15 cents, because that would be a massive achievement. The price would be telling us something. If that happened, it would be telling us that the price has the ability to put in a higher high on the weekly time frame. And when you're looking at a multi-year chart, when you're looking at a chart that's existed since 21, and now we're about to turn the year and turn to 25, that would be like the 4th year that this chart has existed, for us to be able to put in a higher high at 14, somewhere between 14 and 15 cents, yeah, then we know that the momentum has shifted and we're looking now for bullish continuation, bullish market structure on a weekly time frame. That would be a big step for us, big step. All right, so this is all food for thought. As always, I just say, like, you know, I think the project is extremely bullish. I think the partnerships that are being made are extremely bullish. I think everything that Dtravel have done has been spot on. You know, they haven't. I've criticized them. You know, like, if anyone's been following my channel, I don't get paid by Dtravel. It's all voluntary. It's all fun for me. It's all fun. It's a project. My main purpose is to take out Airbnb. That's my objective. Yeah, I've got nothing against Airbnb per se. I just think, you know, why not? Let's do it. Let's take out Airbnb. Let's disrupt their market. I'm really interested in that, and I think Dtravel has that potential with the backing of the rest of crypto and Web3 and everything else that's happening. The partnerships they're making are really amazing. Oh, look, they posted this guy. What's this guy saying?
Another foundation member, Dtravel has joined the Fetch AI Foundation. We're going to talk about what that means, what they're bringing to the table, and basically what their goals are for the future. So let's jump into it in this video. Hit the like button, subscribe to the channel, follow me on X wherever you're watching this, and let's get into this.
Yeah.
All right, so Fetch AI has announced here that Dtravel DAO has joined the Fetch AI Foundation and integrated its AI-powered vacation rental discovery agent into
Right, so it's
Fetch AI
basically the stuff that I said.
Centralized tech. The goal is to build groundbreaking applications that showcase the power of combining blockchain and AI to booking your, and they're going to create solutions that were previously unimaginable in the travel industry. So that's pretty awesome. Dtravel adds an AI agent to Fetch AI's developer marketplace. I could kind of almost see this coming because I was I was trying out one of the Fetch AI agents there before. This probably, I'm going to say probably a month ago, and a month or two ago maybe. And it was a bit focused on travel, and I thought, you know what, I bet you they're going to end up integrating something here to do with travel. And you know, you went through all these steps, like it would ask to create and bundle with other agents to create comprehensive end-to-end travel experiences. So things and requirement. This is a little bit different.
Yeah, so
property management.
That's pretty good. I don't really. Is it a she? I don't know. He, she. I don't know. Talking really fast. I don't know. So it's quite interesting. All right, that's TRVL.